back to Get to Know Arlington Row. This is a video series where we highlight our associates. You may know them on a professional level, but we want you to get to know them on a personal level too. I'm one of the co-hosts, Eunice De La Torre, and the person we want you to get to know today is IT Department Manager Tim Maines. Tim, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. I appreciate you having me included in this.
Oh, of course, anytime. Okay, so the first question I have for you today is, what would you say is your favorite sport and why?
So my favorite sport is definitely NFL football and the Indianapolis Colts, obviously, because I live here in Indianapolis. When the Colts came from Baltimore in 1984, my dad bought the family season tickets. So we have been season ticket holders the entire time that the Colts have been here. So to this day, we still have season tickets. So if it's not watching, my favorite sport is to play golf. But on television and to go in person, it's definitely NFL football.
Forgive my ignorance, but so if you have season tickets, do you go to like every home game or do you like miss a few, or what are your options?
Sure. Yeah. Like occasionally, depending on, especially with having a 15-year-old daughter, you're going to miss a few because her schedule will always, have priority. But I've probably been to 90% of the home games since the Colts have been here in Indianapolis. So.
That is amazing. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
So the second question I have for you is, what did you want to be when you grow up other than IT department manager at Arlington Row?
Yeah, that wasn't even in the realm of my scope. But so I guess about the time you start thinking about what you want to do when you grow up, and probably high school, actually I went to college for radio, TV broadcasting. And with that, I was always kind of interested in being like a radio DJ. In fact, that's where I met my wife, Allison, at WIBC Radio here in Indianapolis. We worked there together and got to know each other. And so I was kind of a music nerd growing up, and I was in band and choir and all that stuff. And performing or entertaining was always kind of a thing for me. So I DJ'd for several years at a nightclub. So I guess DJing was in my blood, or, trying to entertain people. So an entertainer or performer, I guess, was always something that I wanted to be, but got interested in technology. A buddy of mine kind of got me into that, and that kind of steered me otherwise. So here I am.
That's amazing. I had no clue. With your personality, that like actually totally makes sense. But yeah, I had no clue that's what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
The third question I have for you is, what kitchen appliance do you use every day?
So my wife would probably want me to say the air fryer, because she's in Pampered Chef, which is like they sell like all kinds of kitchen stuff. But for me, without a doubt, it's the Keurig coffee machine. I got to have my coffee every morning. So that's the one I use every single day. I couldn't do without it. Keurig.
You and Holly should have a conversation, because she uses her Nespresso. So she enlightened me on, I think, the last video.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we can be the trio then, because I use my drip coffee machine every single day. So we can be the coffee people of Arlington Row.
Perfect. Got to get your caffeine in the morning.
Mm-hmm. So the fourth question I have for you is, what phone app do you use the most?
So aside from, Outlook and Viewpoint, our mobile apps for the company, I would say, again, with having a 15-year-old daughter, it's probably Find My iPhone, because it gets lost in the cushions of the couch, or it's, under the sheets in her bed. That's the one I probably use the most to help her find her actual phone.
So you're the one that, yeah, she obviously can't use her phone to look up her phone, but you're the one that has to help her find her phone.
That's it. Every time she'll come to me and say, "Hey, Dad, I need you to play the sound on my phone so that she can go listen for it and figure out where it's at." So,
how many times a week does this happen on average, Tim?
At least 2 or 3. Yep. No doubt. Yeah.
I empathize with her. I lose my phone all the time and my keys. It's not good.
Like I said, in the cushion of the couch, or snugged in a chair, or on her bed under the sheet. She just can't remember where she put it.
Poor girl.
Yeah. Right.
So the last question I have for you is, what is your biggest irrational fear?
So this one is an easy one for me. Spiders all day long. I asked my wife to kill the spiders. I'm not going to do that because they're creepy crawly. Can't stand them. Bugs in general, but spiders are the worst. And I even know that spiders eat all the other bugs, but they're the worst. I just don't want them. And so at our old house, we would occasionally have like a mouse in the garage. I'm fine with rodents. No big deal. I'll get those. My wife can't stand it. But I'll ask my wife to kill the spiders. I don't want.
Have you seen, I think it was a 90s movie, Eight-Legged Freaks?
Oh, yeah. I will not watch that. Yeah, there was a movie called Arachnophobia. Not for me. Don't want to watch it.
All right. No spiders, Tim.
No spiders.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to let us get to know you better. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. I hope it's also spider-free. Thank you to all of you who tuned in to get to know us better. We'll catch you next time on Get to Know Arlington Row.